Okay, so here's another fun little video. I'm going to prove that 0 is equal to 1 using a series. And a series is just a sum of a sequence. And if you don't know what that means, you'll understand as I go in the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to prove that 0 is equal to 1. Okay, and by the end of this video, if you think there's an inaccuracy, you can write it down in the comments. It's up to you guys to determine whether or not that this is correct. So we can all agree that 0 is equal to 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus forever and ever, right? So the left side will always equal to the right side because 0 plus 0 infinity times will always equal 0. However, we can rewrite these zeros as 1 minus 1, right? 1 minus 1 is 0. And if we bracket them, so 0 is equal to 0 plus 1 minus 1, which is 0, plus 1 minus 1, which is 0, plus forever and ever. That is the same thing as this right here is the same thing as this up here. Correct? Okay. So we can now just move these brackets, right? We can group these zeros in a different way. We could just shift them over one. So instead of writing them here, we could just do 1 plus negative 1 plus 1 plus negative 1 plus 1, and we would write it like 0 is equal to 1 plus minus 1 plus 1 plus minus 1 plus 1 plus minus 1 plus 1 forever and ever. However, if we look at this, this is 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, and we could say that this goes on forever. But this is 1 plus 0, and we knew that from up here that 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 forever is 0. So this is actually 1 plus 0, which means that if we bring down the 0 on the left side, 0 is equal to 1. So here's a second proof that 0 equals 1. So we can start out by saying negative 20 is equal to negative 20, and we can all agree that that is true. And we can break up negative 20 on both sides. So on the left hand side, I'm going to break up negative 20 by rewriting it as 16 minus 36, and that is still negative 20, is equal to, and on the right hand side, I'm just going to rewrite it as 25 minus 45. And we can agree that the left hand side and the right hand side are still both negative 20. So we're going to rewrite things a little bit more. We're going to rewrite 16 as 4 squared minus, and we're going to rewrite negative 36 as 4 times 9 is equal to, and we're going to do the similar thing on the right hand side. We're going to rewrite 25 as 5 squared, and we're going to rewrite negative 45 as negative 5 times 9. Okay, so from here we can add 81 over 4 to both sides, and it won't change the value of this equation. So if we write 4 squared minus 4 times 9 plus 81 over 4 is equal to 5 squared minus 5 times 9 plus 81 over 4, and that is still negative 20 is equal to negative 20. Now we can factor this a little bit. We can rewrite, so up here we've just rewritten 36 a few different times, but it's all equal to 36. We're going to do it again, but we're going to rewrite 36 as, so we're going to say 4 squared minus 2 times 4 times 9 over 2. And if we do the math, this will equal to negative 72 over 2, which is still 36. And then we can rewrite 81 over 4 as plus 9 over 2 squared. and we're going to do a similar thing to the right hand side. We're going to keep 5 squared the same, but we're going to rewrite 45 as minus 2 times 5 times 9 over 2. And if you add this up, negative 2 times 5 is negative 10 times times 9 is negative 90 over 2 is negative 45. And then we are going to rewrite 81 over 4 the same way as 9 over 2 squared. Okay, and the reason we did this is because now it factors really nicely. We can factor this, the left hand side as 4 minus 9 over 2 times 4 minus 9 over 2, and then we can rewrite the right hand side as 5 minus 9 over 2 times 5 minus 9 over 2. Okay, so this is just 4 minus 9 over 2 squared, because we have 4 minus 9 over 2 times 4 minus 9 over 2. And it's the same scenario on the right hand side. It's 5 minus 9 over 2 squared. If we take the square root of both sides, it is now 4 minus 9 over 2 is equal to 5 minus 9 over 2. If we add 9 over 2 to both sides, they just cancel, and we get 4 is equal to 5. And if we subtract 4 from both sides, we get 0 is equal to 1.